Well, Maria Marano represents Parkinson's Canada. And Maria, I was shocked when Parkinson's Canada came out in April, the awareness month, with 100,000 Canadians having Parkinson's disease. What should we understand about that big number?
Yeah, so it is a bigger number than some people would expect. One of the biggest risk factors for Parkinson's is age, and because we are living longer, that is amazing. But the side effect of that is that it does open us to be more vulnerable to those kinds of illnesses. As far as when I think about Parkinson's, and when I talk about Parkinson's and what I try to convey to people. A really good analogy that I like to think of is we talk about this iceberg. So, above the surface of the iceberg, someone might encounter a person with Parkinson's and maybe see these physical symptoms. They might see a tremor, a slowness of movement, and, the visible presentation. But what we know about Parkinson's, but not a lot of, the general population is aware of, is that there are a number of non-motor symptoms that are happening below the surface. So that iceberg gets much bigger under the water. And, some of those motor symptoms, Parkinson's impacts the movement of muscles, but it's not just walking and movements that we see physically. It's also muscle movements that are happening inside of our bodies. So I think one thing to understand is that for people with Parkinson's, there's a lot more going on than what's just above the surface. I think that's one thing. Yeah.
And COVID-19 has really brought into sharp notice what's under the surface. So those cognitive issues of stress, of anxiety, of sleeplessness. What should we be doing for Parkinson's in the anxiety that's below the water that COVID has exacerbated?
Yeah, anxiety has been one of the biggest sort of conversations I've been having as of late, not only with individuals living with Parkinson's, but also the people who are caring and supporting them, people who maybe can't access the person with Parkinson's in their life as easily, or are concerned about, if they were to get sick. So I think for anxiety, it's the same thing that we're always talking about. We're having Parkinson Canada right now. We're hosting mindfulness webinars. So seeking out those kinds of resources that help you feel at ease, whether it be meditation or mindfulness or yoga. Exercise is this fantastic, we always think of medication, but exercise is so critical to so many facets of Parkinson's, and it is shown to have benefits for mood disorders, so people who are living with depression or living with anxiety, again, whether that's someone who has Parkinson's or, doesn't have Parkinson's but is in this realm, doing that exercise, which is a challenge, of course, right now during COVID-19, but finding ways to exercise at home, doing the online videos or getting out for a walk, those things will be really important for the anxiety aspect of this pandemic.
And there's a lot available through Parkinson's Canada, isn't there? I know as a caregiver, I'm doing a lot of going through your links. There's so much material available. Tell us about just why it's so good to access that help.
Yeah, I am so proud of the leadership of Parkinson Canada. They've really pivoted. We're not able to as directly access our clients, so they've opened this whole new realm of virtual access. Things like, again, those online exercise classes, online mindfulness classes. I've done some Facebook Lives where I've answered some questions for clients. Those are so valuable. And I think especially for just one example, the exercise, as you may know, for Parkinson's, it's not just about doing the exercise. Motivation and fatigue can also be really challenging symptoms for this illness. So telling someone exercise is helpful to make you feel better, but they don't have the facility to get themselves up and moving and going because of that fatigue or lack of motivation. I think one of the great things is we have a resource list on our website where you can find online options, but we also have these Facebook Lives that are happening on a weekly basis, and it forms a connection and a source of accountability. It's not just, eventually sometime today I have to go look up a resource. It's, I have a schedule at this time on this day, this Parkinson Canada exercise activity is happening, and I should try just to make that. So I think it's an additional step in making sure and encouraging our clients to get the exercise that they really need to manage their symptoms.
And the beautiful thing is it's all free. It's
Absolutely.
anyone at any level can access it, and or a spouse or a sibling can look it up and help their loved one and join in with Parkinson's Canada on treating this disease. Maria, thank you. You're a wonderful guide for us. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. And if anyone has any questions, it's not just by email. If you're more comfortable by phone, don't hesitate to reach out to our helpline or our email address, and we can help people on a one-on-one basis to get the support they need right now. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Beautiful free service. Thanks, Maria.
Bye.
Bye-bye then.
Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. What do you think about today's topic? Let us know in the comments.